What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Mike's Tool Shed. This episode is actually sponsored by Fanttik. They sent me this cordless soldering iron, the Nex T1 Max. Quick heating, build your ideas simple. And this is the Nex E1 Max. This is a 50-bit micro 3.7 volt electric screwdriver, gray. It's new. It is made in China. So this is what they were supposed to send me when this thing got sent. This less than lethal protection, legal in all 50 states. That was the Amazon screw up. They sent me this through Amazon, and Amazon screwed up and sent me this cool, basically a paintball gun that shoots hard little pellets. So with that all out of the way, they got these out to me, rush shipment, and this is just going to be unboxing and overview. So here we go. I've never actually done an unboxing because I usually screw the video up and have to start re-recording it. So I'm going to be seeing this for the first time along with the camera. Let's start with this one. I'm most excited about this one. Maybe I should keep that one for second. That's the soldering iron. Let's go through the bit set first. Let's save that because I actually need a good soldering iron, and that is the reason that I took the sponsorship, because I looked this company up, and they seemed like they made quality products based on other reviews, and I needed a soldering iron. And I have a iFixit kit, and that thing's been working great for me. But this is an electronic precision screwdriver. So here we go. Okay, USB-C. That's a good sign. I was gonna be really disappointed if this was micro. It's 2025. I think every single product should have. In fact, I think Trump should write off. He's doing all these executive orders. Why don't he? Oh, geez. Okay, well, it just comes out once you peel that off. All right. That's aluminum, extruded aluminum. Nice case. You got a little label on the bottom there. And here is the bit set with all the bits that came flying out. So these are magnetically held in there, and pretty good because that thing hit the workbench pretty hard, and only a handful of them fell out. So they're all outside the case. They're all exposed for easy access. I don't know. We got a Phillips. Okay, we got some bigger bits over here. Let's see if we can play a game where this stuff went. Okay, there we go. That goes in there. Comes with some tweezers. Very reminiscent of the iFixit kits, as far as you get a couple little precision tools. I'm not sure if that goes in there like that, but okay, that's on the floor now. This goes there? No, I think this goes on this side like this. There we go. That seems like it's the ticket. Okay, there we go. That goes in there. Let me pick this little pry tool up off the floor. Pretty solid. I think it's steel. It's a very hard steel. It doesn't want to bend on me. There we go. And then we have another bit, and I'm missing one longer bit. Here we go. We got two more. One goes there, and one goes there. I found it all. So, as you can see, this goes into this nice case. Okay, so press area. So what I've discovered here is it pops up, and then there's your whole screwdriver kit, which you can set right there on the desk. Easy viewing access, easy to see what you got. And okay, there's no movement there. It does have a light on it. If I hold it down, low. It's got lock, high and low, low, high. That seems pretty good. And then that just slots right in the top there. And then, so when you unlock it, this pops out too. And then your whole bit set pops out. That's pretty nifty. I like this. This form factor is pretty sweet. Because like I said, you can just sit it right there on your desk. Doesn't take up a lot of space. It goes vertical. So that just sits in there. This snaps in, and then that magnets in. And then once you pop it up, you can pull the screwdriver out, and you can pull your bit set out. That is a clever little kit. I like that. So on here we have 50 different bits. Looks like we have Allens, Torx, slotted. We got some, it looks like pentalope bits. And security, are these security? Yeah, we got security Torx. These are all security Torx on this side. Then we have Tri-Wing for Nintendo kind of things, and they're the only places I've seen them. And the triangle, the only time I've seen these was on McDonald's Happy Meal toys. And then you have this 2-prong security bit. So it comes with all the good security bit, all the other nice high-end sets come with. It holds up in there pretty good. Okay, I like that. I did see some positive reviews on that. If I'd only seen negative reviews from this company, I probably wouldn't have accepted their offer to send me things. This is what I'm most excited about because I have small precision bits. This is the cordless soldering iron with dialable heat. It has a little dial. From what I saw, it has dial on the back. So we have a nice little jewel satchel. You could do some things. You could do some things with that. And then we have, what do we have in here? Very nice packaging. It has a premium packaging feel here. We have some sponges for dabbing your tip, cleaning the solder off. We got gray ones and we got SpongeBob colored ones. Here in this little bag. Come on. There we go. What is in here? We have another micro USB cable. I like to see that. Let's throw this trash on the floor. We have another pair of tweezers. They must have made a good deal with the tweezer company. And then we have these little silicone things. I don't know what they're for. We will probably find out as the unboxing goes on. In here, ooh, has a little, feels like part of a base. Very nice packaging. Okay, that looks like a holder. Looks like it goes to another portion, probably this flat piece on the bottom. Plug it, toss it to the side, toss it to the side, toss it to the side, toss it to the side. Got the instructions. Yeah, it does look like it has a base here. Let's see. I think this is the base. Let's get this part out of the way. Nice. Really nice packaging. And toss it to the side. Oh, we have a little cup for our soldering, dabbing. That goes right in there. Tips are inside. Handy little sticker directing me where to go. Press. And indeed, there are soldering tips. They look to be double-ended. Yeah, these are some double-ended tips. Nice. Clever little storage system there. All right, file it to the side. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. I think these packages here are the meat and potatoes. Let's go through this one. I think that's the soldering iron there. And what is this? ¿Qué es eso? Ooh, it's got a solder sucker. That's what the little rubber tips are for. I've had one of these. You load it up, and then when you press the button, it draws, it sucks the solder up. You say if you're desoldering something. That seems pretty nice. It's nicer than the one that I got from Amazon. That was, I think it was like $5, but that's what the little rubber tips are for. So you can get up nice and tight to the solder joint that you want to remove. Works pretty good. I did not know that was included. And then this is the main tool that I'm excited about in all of this. A lot of nice accessories. And here we go. Oh, it will not fire. One of the other reviews that I saw, it will not fire, it will not heat up, it won't do anything without the tip firmly inserted in the end. It's got a really soft rubber grip here, so you can kind of pen hold it. No cable to hold you down. That's nifty. That swivels around, and then you drop it right in there. That's what it looks like in the case. Here you have dialable temperature settings. 390, 480, 570, 660, 750, 840. In a future video, I will be testing the temperatures. I'll use whatever I have to measure high temperatures like that. So you press that. Let's look at the tips here. Are these going to just fall out? No, they will not. You got to pry them out. Very pointy. That is super pointy. So we've got... No, they're not double-ended. This is the business end that plugs into the soldering iron. It looks like it's got some isolators where it's sending, you know, a hot or a positive to one and a negative to the other. And then it probably has a resistive element inside that heats up as you go down the shaft. We got a little angled pick tip there. And then we have a couple of these that look kind of, they're like angled, like slash cut. You can see that. So you got two of those. You got the angled one and the super little pointy one. So let me see. That's like a collet. There we go. That feels like it's all the way in. Turn it around. I'm assuming it's you hold it down. There we go. It's red. It might not be happy because... Oh, it is smoking. There's some of that... you see that? Probably some manufacturing oil still on the surface. Let's see if we can burn something. Oh, yeah. Already. Holy hell. Okay, gotta wipe that off. I should have prepared the little sponges or had some water nearby because that thing's just gonna keep smoking for the rest of the video. Green, I'm guessing that means, and that's all the way up to the hottest temperature. I wonder, we'll test that later, but I wonder if that is actually up to 840 because it turned green. So I'm going to take this stuff, I'm going to read the instructions, I'm going to use it, I'm going to turn it off because it's turning brown now, and I may have just have ruined that tip by melting styrofoam on it. But not a bad little kit. No wires. Like, I have seen cordless, there was cold solder. An old boss of mine thought it was cool. He bought them, I think he had a bit too much to drink one night, and he bought a bunch of these cold soldering irons and gave them up to everybody for Christmas. And pretty much every person either broke them or said that they were junk and that they didn't work at all. So I've always been kind of skeptical of cordless soldering irons, but that was before the age of lithium ion and, you know, packing a lot of angry pixies in a small spot like this. So I think this is legit. I think that heated up really fast. Let's turn it back on again. See, it's red. I set it to 390. It's on the lowest setting. Typical green. I would say that means it's telling me it's up to temperature. Yep, if you click it up higher, it goes back into the breathing red light. And then see if it turns green again. Yep, I can see it smoking again already. It's got a nice LED light on the front. I'm going to turn it off, though, because it's smoking, and I need to clean that. I'm going to get some acetone or something and clean that off. Try not to burn my hand, but it's a very fine tip. Like, if you're going to do some fine soldering, I think that's going to pair nicely with my digital microscope if I have to solder anything small. There's the tips for the solder sucker, which I didn't know it came with. You have yellow and gray sponges. I'm not really sure what the difference is, if any. I think they're exactly the same. Maybe they just give you color preferences. USB-C tweezers. The tips store in the base. It doesn't take up a lot of room. So far, just through the unboxing, I'm impressed. So I'm going to play with these things. I'm going to get used to them, find out all their little quirks and features, and I will record another video explaining what my thoughts are on after a little bit of use. That is still green. I think it's still on. That's why it's still green. There we go. So that is it. That is the Fanttik in... that's the screwdrivers. The screwdrivers are the NEX E1 Max, and the soldering iron is the NEX T1 Max. I think this is going to work out. I was all ready to get a soldering station. I don't do a ton of soldering. I'm a radio control car enthusiast. So for years I just had like the one temperature Weller 15, 25 watt soldering iron. And I burned up a lot of RC electronics trying to learn how to use it. So now that I have a lot more skills than I used to, oh, that is still hot. I think this is going to be very nice to use now that I know what I'm doing after setting an RC car on fire when I was 15. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and I will be doing another video about these after I'm going to play with them. I might get a little electronics project, a little circuit board to maybe solder some things up to get some practice with it and try to see if it actually is as good as it seems right out of the box. So that's it. Thanks for watching.